So this is working then? Yeah, okay. Looks like we're up. Okay, hey, here we go. So all the sound and stuff should be fixed. Hey everyone, if anyone's watching. I hope I got all that taken care of, and please let me know if otherwise. Oh, the whole little pop-up thing isn't where I thought it would be. But, okay, so sound should be good this time. I've been doing some weird testing to get that back up, as well as I had a very strange situation. It feels like the second stream I did, for whatever reason, like the game didn't get saved because I loaded it up today and didn't have the spear we crafted, didn't have the armor we crafted. That whole venture into the goblin cave didn't happen, the troglodyte cave didn't happen. So I did all that today again. I feel like that was weird. Anyway, so I ran through and picked up some of that stuff. Think I fixed the audio, and so now we should be back in set, although I did decide to craft a halberd instead of a spear. But that's okay. I did that, and then after the fact realized that I don't no longer use my little special spear attack move, but that's fine. So for today, continuing these adventures of our little worried peasant here, I figured we'd go tackle a bandit camp and then try and get magic. Not try, we will succeed. You gotta go to the Conflicts Mountain and do some cave diving. I don't know where I'm at with water, but boom, there we go. So let's see, what do we have here? About 30 pounds in the backpack, or 23 pounds available in the backpack. I have some heals, water. Really don't need these many torches. That should go in the bag. Oh, also, move to bag. Okay, that'll work for now. Also, where was I going with this? I lost my train of thought. Alright, fine. We're just gonna go take out a bandit camp then. That's the plan. Oh, right. I need to craft some tripwires, and so we can get all sneaky with traps and show off some of the other mechanics in this game. So for now, that's the plan. I'm hoping to get the bandit camp taken out, go up to that spirally little mountain way over yonder, get some magic up in us, and then I would love to there's a sword that I want to craft that requires some special items that you can get before you leave this region. I just want you to run away. Run away, bird. But getting those items, dodge. Bam. Is gonna be tricky. They drop from these very shiny, weird enemies to bandits. Well, we might as well get started. What do you think? It's time to... Nothing ventured, nothing gained, I guess. Oi, boys. Oh, you have a bow. Not your biggest fan. Oh, that's not gonna work. Come on, dude. Oh, that's the thing I forgot to bring up. So I decided just to buy a controller. Because, here we go. Me focusing on trying to use the keyboard and talk and, not die seemed to just be a recipe for disaster. So now I can actually just play this and talk and focus a lot better than just... But wait, what's the button again? I'm getting low on stamina, getting a little cavalier. You look like you've been doing this for far too long, dude. Kick. You blocked the kick? How dare you? Get staggered. Oh, not quite. A little bit lucky with that one, but that was a pretty good hitbox, all things considered. There we go. That was the... Ooh, take a breath. Probably should have had some water. Alright, where's the backpack? There it is on the compass. Let's go get it. Hopefully one of these buggers drops some clothes. Not that I want to steal their clothes, but I do want to rip their clothes into pieces and make linen cloth out of it so I can make some tripwire traps. Take your sword. No clothes. But there's some spikes that'll work as well. Where'd the other guy go? Where did I kill your friend? It was over by the rock, wasn't it? Yeah. I don't want your worn goose. Oh, come on, man. It's the one thing I'm missing right now is linen. Wood, iron, linen. I don't think I can decraft the bedroll. Worst case scenario, we'll just do without the tripwire traps. Really? Go. Yes, be free. I feel like the population of birds in this place are going to be very wounded because so many people just hit them and get them to run away. Excuse me. So, coming up through here is the Montcalm Bandit Fortress. These guys are not your standard bandit. Well, they are your standard bandits, but they have their own big fortress, and they're actually, further into the story, you find out they are part of the Blue Chamber Collective in a kind of roundabout way, leastwise their leader has a voice in the political ongoings in this area. Come on, I hit you now, run. Be free with your giant chunk cut out of you. And, yeah, so there's, I don't know, 8 bandits in here. 2, 4, 6, 7, about 8, including a mage, an ice witch, and a big dude with a giant cleaver. That right there, spike trap. It'll cause bleeding, and it'll ruin your day. There's another one right here. But it is also kind of useful because you can, occasionally there's like giant mantis shrimp or even some bandits out here and you can actually get them to just run over their own traps. Which I think says something about the management here. Is that some, oh look. Let's see if we can get these guys to do it. I think that'll be fun because I want to check that log anyway. Oi, boys. Come fight me. 100% fair and square. You, me, and my guards. No, come on, guys. Come get me. Doop-a-doop-doo. Oi, Jenkins, Dinkelberg. Your presence is required across the bridge. I promise I will wait right here for you. You just saunter on over. You know you wanna. Oh, wow, you actually kind of might know where the trap is. That's funny to me. What? Dude, come here. Hit the platform. Alright, I'm gonna fight you fair then. Oh, alright, that was pretty good. Ooh. A crushing blow. That shield's getting very obnoxious. Oh, you got extra friends coming too. Not gonna win this. Oh god. Finally. Okay. That was a... Well, I guess that shows what happens when you start fighting with no stamina. Let's do the stamina thing. Drink some water. Eat some bread and jam. That's what gets you stamina. See the yellow bar on the left. Now it's going to go up nice and fast. So, I was apparently outwitted by some bandits who knew better than I did. Oh, archer's down there. Oh, you're bleeding because you hit the trap. That's funny. So he's just gonna basically bleed to death. Woo-ha. You got this. A fine hit, sir, but you just don't have it. Now, what about that archer? Ooh. Sorry, I got distracted. I got a text. Oh, wait, what are you doing down here? Come get me. Nice try. Well, that worked. Ish. We'll go with ish. Take your money. I don't need your bow and nonsense. Take your sword. Where are these two dead people? Linen cloth. That's what we wanted. Machete, not so much. Linen cloth. Take your money. I'm not playing with the bow. I want that mace. I don't need the shield. Okay, let's see here. Iron, linen. Just need some wood, I think. Thankfully, there's trees all over the place. Okay, so tripwire trap is either 1 wood, 2 iron, and 1 linen. That's it, yeah. Let's do. Alright, so I've got 4 tripwire traps now. With 2 swords, 1 machete, and a mace. That should be enough. And if I pick up any more iron on the way, we can make some more. So, boom. Crafted some tripwire nonsense. I should probably stop using the D-pad to pick stuff up. Let's eat some meats. Get some health regen going on. I don't think I have any stamina, mana. Well, I could have prepared a little bit better for this, but you know what? Here we are. The whole point is to survive with what you have. Actually, the whole point is to be prepared, but I think we'll make it. These guys aren't that bad. It really comes down to how much my health I can get back. I mean, I could just sit here and let it go, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. Now, the worst case scenario, we'll see. I don't want to speak it into existence, so we'll just see if it happens. But most of the time you can do this whole area with mostly one-on-one engagements. So, there's a hyena over there who can be a bit obnoxious. So maybe, oh yeah, first and foremost, you, oi, come here. Probably should drink some water. Big hit, and you're bleeding. So just sit there and bleed to death for me, while your hyena friend slowly comes this direction. Come on, you're gonna die. You want to do it. Fall down, crumble. Good job. Oh hey, look, more spikes. That'll be good. So there's a big guy up top over there. I'm gonna try and use the spikes for him. I really don't want to tangle with a hyena at the same time as I do. You're bleeding. Oh, range is just... There we go. Stay down. Stamina's good. Health is getting there. Where's that bugger of a hyena? There's a really good item behind this door, but you need 2 not exactly rare items, but items we don't have yet. Called... I'll take that. I'll eat some jerky in the middle of a fight. Why not? Called power coils. They're basically batteries, but you can open that, and there is a backpack in there that has, I believe, the highest. Oh, do not want to come over here yet. The highest weight level. The highest. Yeah, whatever. You can carry the most weight. 110 pounds. I believe it is called Mafino's Trade Backpack. So you can get that super early if you kind of get lucky finding power coils. There should be a guy. Hey, buddy. I don't think the game would let me juke him out. I'm more concerned about where the big dog is. Oi. Come, face. Oh no, this is where he's just gonna be an idiot and like sit right there. Might as well bleed it. Oh, that was close. Yeah, you're just gonna sit there and bleed and just want to look at me? Oh, the game does let me do that. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, so I feel like the hyena went up the stairs. That's the last place I saw him. The only other slightly awkward encounter is a couple archers up there. I think there's a dude in here too. I could be wrong. Yeah. I'd really love some tea. Pungent paste. That's actually better than tea. Pungent paste will remove a bunch of burnt health and stamina. So that's a plus right there. Oh, right. Where's my backpack? I think I have something to help with this situation. All right, I have fire and lightning rags. So maybe we'll throw on a little fire rag and then go see about handling these two dudes. I could try and poison them too. Let's do the poison. Let's see if that does us any better. Nope. I do not care for your archery. That went pretty well. This dark varnish is actually putting in work. Cool. Oh yeah, the hyena is... Are we stuck behind a box over there? That's kind of funny. But no worries. I gotta use this varnish while I've got it. And there should be one more dude in this here. You're doing great work, man. He'd be proud. Boss man would be proud. Well, that went kind of amazingly well. So up there we have the mage, eye switch, and now since the hyena's stuck, that's obnoxious. So what I'm going to do is go pick up the bag, plant them there traps that we have. I didn't find any more iron anywhere. No, we already were in here. I could break down some swords, though. That would work out. I'm taking all of their linens. I don't need bows. So, alright, break down that. Does that give me enough for another one? No. What am I missing? I need one more iron. Okay. So let's break down... I have real spikes, but let's go see if we can find another item. So tripwire traps, you can load them up with all sorts of things, not just spikes. So you can just put someone's sword or machete or mace or a mining pick in them. And oddly enough, they all have, well, not all, but a lot of them have different properties when you do that. So putting a mace in will do a lot more stagger damage and maybe cause confusion versus putting a sword or a machete, but those might cause bleeding and do lower damage. So we're just gonna go, oh, that guy has a great hammer too. That would probably do significant damage. And just spikes, why not? Where did your... Oh, there it is. Bam. Oh, now my bags are away, but that's fine. Considering that it's just funny to me, the hyena's just stuck. Considering that I'm not going to use it. Well, a great hammer could be kind of fun, but not have some water? Since how this build is going to go, alpha sandwich, pot of, no, that's some good food. Now I can barely move. Okay. Drop the hammer. Drop the spear. 3 swords. Drop one of these. Okay, at least now I can move around and set up traps and whatnot. Since this build is going to be chakram, so I will have a chakram in my left hand. I won't be able to use two-handed weapons. And I'll be stuck with one-handed weapons, so that means swords, maces, maybe clubs, or axes. I'm planning, since it's Xena, that I'm going to go with swords, so I'm inevitably going to end up with swords in my left hand, or my right hand is my main primary weapon. Chakram in the left hand with all its fun little chakram abilities, but it's just going to be a while before I can actually get to a chakram. So until then, well, so if I break down 1 sword, then I should be able to make tripwire traps. 2 more of those. Take the spear, take that sword, leave the great hammer. So for now, before I get to the point where I'm just using a sword and chakram the whole time, I figured I'd mess around with some of the other weapons. Hence, two-handed halberd. And well, for now, I could try it with great hammer, but I think the spiky, bleedy halberd is pretty good for now. So check this out. Swords, low physical, inflicts bleeding. Same with machete. The pickaxe, moderate physical damage, and then the spikes do moderate. So the first one we want up here is going to be the one that does fusion. So that's the mace, confusion. Because confusion makes people super staggerable. Then we want the sword that does bleeding. Then we'll just do a regular spike. Nope, find the one that isn't set. Oh, come on, you can do it. Maybe, alright, fine. Low physical, we'll do moderate physical, because this guy can't spike trap. There's the empty one. Spike trap. So all of those should be set. Nope, still have one empty one. Spear. Why not? Okay, so those are all set and ready to go. So now we just need to get that hyena and that mage out of here before we annoy the big guy. And doing that could be somewhat obnoxious. See, now I got both of them coming after me. I mean, I could just use this on the hyena. See, the purple stuff is confusion, and he's, super confused, therefore took a lot of... The mage is avoiding me for now, which is good. Let's just go kill the mage. This is going to be kind of obnoxious, because nobody likes mages. That's not true. Being a mage is fun. So you get close to him, and he does that. Then we gotta hit him. Then he'll... You don't want to get caught in that frost explosion. Come on, dude. Come on. Throw your icicle at me. There we go. Stunned. One more. There we go. 2 more. It was 2 more. Okay. Hey, big guy's back. Looks like he noticed something's going on in his camp. Finally. Where's that mace of yours? I don't think he dropped it. But I'm going to be wary about him. So, what I want to do is try and craft a couple more tripwires. What am I missing? Actually, with my backpack, I'm probably missing everything. I need 1 iron and 1 wood. So, tree. Wood. Yeah. How about we... Is he still up there? I'm sure... They grab everything in here. Nope. Just the loot. Aha. Let's break that down. Do I get iron? Alright, tripwire trap. Let's pick up the great hammer. I don't need more water. We'll set 2 more. I might even sacrifice my pickaxe for this. Forgot this outfit, or this armor, gives me extra pocket space. So you can just carry stuff on your person for days. Bam. Alright, those 2 are down. Predator bones, low physical, inflicts bleeding. Low physical, high impact, inflicts confusion. Let's do bleeding first. Then that one. Okay. That should be pretty good. 5 traps, all of that nonsense. Let's drink some water. Actually, let's eat a tartine as well. It's our stamina bonus. Alpha sandwich. Nom nom. Then we'll eat that. So that'll give us some extra power. Alpha meat, alpha sandwiches, alpha meat. I believe gives you a health gain, like a warm boon, and higher impact on attacks. Oh, now we don't know where he is. That's disconcerting. Well, he's not up here, so that's the thing. Oi, dude with the giant cleaver. Oh, hey, there he is. Hey, buddy. Wondering who killed your mage friend? It was me. Oh, it was me. Don't get stuck in the house. Look, come on, I set up a whole trap thing and everything. Come on, come get me. With your giant gut sword. Bam. Oh, oh. Well, you're bleeding and you're in pain. Oh, barely. Come on. Oh, nice hit. All right. There you go. Crumble. Hey, that went well. Well, I took 1 hit. All things considered, I took 1 hit. I think in that entire outpost. So, success. We did it. Hooray. And now for that, I get tiny aquamarine, Montcalm key, and some silver. And on top of that, I get the cleaver halberd, which I didn't realize was to pick it up. Was a halberd. So let's look at stats here. So mine does 20, 31 impact, 1.1 attack speed. His 28, 41 impact, 0.9 attack speed. It's significantly slower. But, oh yeah, that is really slow. I don't like that. But it's tanky. Yeah, after this, we're definitely going to run home, drop their stuff off, and probably sell some stuff, make some money, blah, 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 do all that stuff, get prepped for the next outing to the mountain, because that's going to be probably about equally as intense. We'll explain magic. But we got that key, which gets us in here. And there's not actually a lot here, but this, wahaha, behold, is a ornate chest. and ornate chests tend to have good gear, half-plate armor. I mean, you have a RNG chance of getting some decent stuff. So, look how fast I'm running. Now I got an armor set, which 2 protection, 14 resistance, 11 impact resistance, which is pretty good. The -3 stamina cost and -3 movement speed isn't my favorite, but not too shabby. And at least now that my bag's still a little overweight, nothing we can't handle. We got so much space in my, well, 6 more pounds in the pockets. Let's just put that in the pocket, and then everything's underweight. We're still holding some nonsense that we can use. So cool. Bandit camp properly handled. As you can tell, tripwires. Let's credit where credit's due. Tripwires did a lot of the heavy lifting there. And so on my other striped garb, bullets. So I started a new playthrough recently. That's literally putting me over the edge. 3 pounds. That's still too much. That's awesome. Here, let's just get some iron. It's probably not going to be any less weightful, but okay, yeah, cool. So I don't have it. I have to go to the place anyway. I recently started playing a new character on my Xbox that I'm doing a gun build with, and that has been very entertaining so far. I've never really used pistols before, but I am learning just how much space you have to make up for ammo. Ammo doesn't weigh a whole lot, but suddenly I have an entire need for I think you can craft your own bullets with iron and thick oil. Again, 2 resources that aren't hard to come by. You can mine iron almost anywhere. But it's one of those things, like, you don't ever think about it until you actually need it all the time, and then you just can't find it. But hey, yeah, that went well. This cleaver that I'm definitely not going to keep and use, yeah, that's all just crap machetes and whatnot, will sell for a decent amount of money. That's more or less the whole reason to go raid that whole camp. Sometimes, so that ornate chest, which we got the armor set from, is pretty good. Those ornate chests, though, every region of the game, and each location, I should say, I think repopulates, resets every 7 days, and it's currently, what, day 6? So, I mean, we could go back to town, sleep for 7 days, and then come back, and that whole place would be filled with bandits again. Chests would be back open, and we would have the key, so for all intents and purposes, it could just run past everyone through that locked door. That wouldn't work very well because they just follow me in there, and you can't, as you could probably tell, you can't just open a chest really quickly. That thing that was in the satchel right there, the survivor cache right there, was a satchel or a satchel charge. Along with tripwire traps, you can at some point learn to craft pressure plates, kind of like that was on the bridge. And then there's a whole world of elemental stuff you can do with the pressure plates, fire bombs, poison bombs, probably ice bombs. Again, I've never really used the pressure plates either. But, let me put this back down here. Now that that's taken care of, get prepped and ready. Oh my goodness. It's just such a pretty game. Sorry, get distracted by this all the time. Oh, you know what? She'll give me some stuff later. This is a friend that we need to talk to. The other friend's on the beach. Let's keep the business local, and I need to unequip this. Let's sell you some stuff, man. I'll hold on to those. I don't need the striped garb. I don't really need the trader garb either. I don't love wearing 75 for that, 6 for that. put it in the stash. I'll sell you that. I'll sell you 8 hides. I don't need those anymore. I can maybe make some tea. And I'm going to hold on to this aquamarine for 1 minute. I don't need thick oil. Except I'm going to try and do something. Oh, I don't think I have it. Yeah, I do. I still have spikes. Okay, cool. Actually, I have $400. That's a good start. So, coins in this game have weight. So I think it's only like every 100 silver you get's about £1. But you can buy gold bars for $100. So now I have 4 gold bars. That way, 0.4. So it's just a way to manage money or carry money around more efficiently. And since we're trying to save up, I don't want to go to the swamp until I have at least 1,300. I think 13 to 1,600 will get me this skill tree to use the chakram. I could do it in pieces, but might as well, if we're going to go all the way there, have enough money to at least get that whole thing. Then we should enough money to get the other skill tree I want's also there. Let's see, do I have is that a small sapphire? Okay, I'm taking both of these, and we're going to go do a little side quest real fast before we come back and go to sleep. Back at that, I think I showed in the last stream, back in the cave with all the trogs, there's two gates that are locked, and you need a tiny aquamarine and a small sapphire to get in them. So I have the tiny aquamarine now. Let's sell some of this stuff too, but we'll do that when we get there. I can't remember what's back there. I'm almost positive it's not that worth it, but we're going to do it anyway. Oh, right, I'm not signed into that thing, so... that's awkward. Okay. We're gonna go find out. I honestly think it's like, not even a good sword, just like an iron sword. Could be wrong, but now my curiosity has got me, and I just have to know. And when I went back earlier and cleared the cave, when I loaded this up and it was all weird, they dropped 2 small sapphires, but not the tiny aquamarine, which Home Fry over there in the bandit camp just dropped. So now I can go do that. I already checked that. There were 2 more bandits lurking around here. I learned the hard way the other night that fighting in the dark is just not great. With that same gun character. And guns are a lot of fun. High power, high stagger. They can come in all sorts of different flavors. Of course, I just have mostly a default gun. But I'd come through the swamp, and I ended up in the forest at night. And that's fine. I dropped my bag to fight a couple bandits. Got the first 2 killed, no problem. And then, before I could go pick up my bag, another 3 walked up. So, alright, fine. Took those 3 out. And then it was just darker, and I kept kind of moving further away from my bag there was just no light. Killed the next 3. And then another, I think 2 or 3 showed up. It was like, I finally ended up dying because I just had no stamina. But I killed like 7 of them. So maybe it was 8 or 9 that were finally there. Okay, yeah. So this place is still empty from when I was here earlier. I have plenty of space. I can just collect a bunch of crap that I left here. But yeah, these 2 gates right here. The first one needs tiny aquamarine. This one needs tiny sapphire, which those would have sold for $60. So is this worth $60? Scavenger boots, iron sword, great life potion, and a scavenger coat. Actually, that really put my whole bag overweight that fast. That's funny. Scavenger coat isn't better by any means than this armor. But it looks cool. I mean, in the fashion, it's always fashion over function, right? I just can't believe we're already overweight. That was funny. But, alright, cool. So, it was a coat and some boots. That's a good question. Or the boots better than what I was wearing? Impact resistance less. Resistance is one more cold weather defense, so they're actually not really objectively better. Alright, well, hey, we learned something. Now you know that's probably not worth $60, but 60 silver. We'll see. But we can go home, sleep on it, and then we can go get magicked up, because I'm gonna need magic before we go into... If I decraft a trogs... I can't decraft a trog spear, so that's funny. So I'm gonna need to find places to get some more iron. I can probably just buy some iron in town, honestly. It's all about them tripwire traps. The plan to get the sword that I'd like before we leave Chernice is... there's this place called the Voltaic Hatchery? I think that's what it is. Basically, there's this... In a different part of the world, there's a... I don't want to call him evil, but there's a... he's called the Light Mender. He's a lich, a mage. And he does weird experiments with lightning and reanimating things and infusing things with lightning. And he might... I don't think he's evil. I mean, well, all right. So his plan is to, just not destroy humanity, improve humanity by any means necessary. And you end up fighting him. And if you beat him, he decides that he will put his plans on hold because you can't kill him because he's an immortal lich. And he'll put his plans on hold until you're dead. So whenever you die of old age or whatnot, then he'll start doing his plan again. But it's not kill everyone. It's turn everyone into lightning-powered golem-type beasts because that's objectively better than being human, I guess. But either way, this is one of his old labs, and there's some remnants there. And they drop... I think we decided these boots just aren't worth it. Blah, 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 that. I'm holding on for a special reason. Those I don't really need yet. Okay, cool. We'll end up coming back here, I think, after the magic thing. We should, anyway. Because once we get magic, because we can't use the chakram without magic, so there's no point in buying one yet. No point in going to Monsoon until I can afford it. Although the first couple chakrams abilities will probably be somewhat affordable. I think I can get 2 of them for about $400. But, it's just do the whole thing, right? Okay. I'm gonna put 2 of those away. I don't need you. I'm gonna hold on to those for now. I don't need you. Those are good. Can we go make anything? Light the campfire. Can we alchemy anything? I don't even know any recipes for alchemy off the top of my head. Alright, I can make a meat stew. I can make soothing tea. Restores burnt mana. I don't really need soothing tea. Meat stew's fine, sure. Soothing tea, why not? Restoring burnt mana will be okay eventually. Put like 3 of you in here, though. It's the other teas that I want. Apparently I don't have stuff for tea. I am positive there's a tea I can make with just water and a book. I might be wrong. Maybe I just haven't learned that ingredient. Spicy tea is a good tea to have. The needle tea, I don't remember how to make that one, but that one's also pretty good. I have bread. You can go grab some gab berries, but I'm doing okay on those. I have bread of the wild. We're sitting pretty on food. We just need iron. I'm not going to bring a bedroll because I don't think I'll be sleeping. I don't need to carry you guys with me. Okay, looking good. Oh, I don't need raw meat either, and I don't need... I'll hold a firestone for now. Okay, you can just go to the bag. You can move to the bag as well. I need to get some water on our way out of town. And go to sleep. Look at that stamina bar. It's almost gone. What is my stuff at? The halberd really needs repaired. Everything else is doing fine, so... do 5 hours of repairing, 6 hours of repairing. And then we'll sleep for 6 hours. And then we will go hit up the Conflux Mountain because I like the Conflux Mountain. I don't know why it didn't keep me signed in for the chat thing. That's weird. Not that I think anybody is watching any of this, but that's fine. I'll stop looking at stuff and actually wake my character up. But I think we can all agree that me using a controller is significant improvement because, let's just face it, me trying to use a mouse and keyboard to do any sort of action-oriented game is just an exercise in utility. So, there is an armor set that you can have the blacksmith craft here. I think I might have mentioned that in one of the earlier streams that I actually would love to get. But again, it is very expensive. The whole thing itself is like $850. You can buy it in pieces. Chest, helmet, boots. I think it's 400 chest, 250 helmet, 200 boots. Yeah, so $850. And it requires like 15 pieces of... I think it's a little... 15 pieces? Maybe around there, of blue sand, which you can really only get in a few places. Basically that big beach out behind this town. You go there at night and you can actually collect most of all of that in one night, maybe 2 nights. But again, money, money, money. But let us make our way to the mountain. So the Conflux Mountain, which sits on top of a ley line being a source of magic for the world that runs under the mountain, and you can draw power from it. It is a really cool place. It's got 3 different entrances. There's the lowest one, essentially the one on the ground level's technically arguably the hardest one, then the middle, and then the top one. None of them are particularly that hard, but mine's a little bit better for selling purposes. So we to take on the mountain. Granted, like the lower one's pretty easy, and they're each related to one of the factions of the game. So it's the Blue Chambers path, the Heroic Kingdoms path, or the Pilgrims path. That's not their name. Oh, I just did their playthrough too. Holy Mission. The Holy Mission path. And that one, so the one that's the hardest and most direct route through the mountain, they give you an NPC, a friendly NPC that's just this tank of a man called Zephram? Something like that. So it makes it not so hard. I like taking that path. It's also, like I said, mostly just the directest, most easiest route to do. It's just a lot of fighting. Some big mantis guys and a bunch of other stuff, but your boy can just tank most of it. So as long as you're being helpful, it's not too much of a problem. But right, let's get a view here. So around the ley line, all the grass turns purple and shimmers with magical power. And that is our mountain. It's just so pretty. Let's see if we can see anything. Sometimes there's a Wendigo that hangs out around these parts. Oh, well, I guess I have the stream. That's weird. So I think what I want to do is just take the Holy Mission path, and none of this matters with your faction. You can just take whichever one you want, because I like fighting with Homeboy so much. Speaking of which, let's... Okay, yeah, my halberd is fully repaired. I've done the other two, and none of them are particularly memorable. One of them has a bunch of spike traps all over the ground, and there's a little bit of a weird elevator puzzle you have to do. Not too hard, just kind of a strange one. And I think the more direct path's the better idea here. I just love how this looks. It's so peaceful. If I lived here, I would set up a house just in the purple grass. Turnips. This is a vegetable that has mana, granting properties that you can turn into different stuff. Mostly, I would assume a type of turnip-based oatmeal or porridge. But it exists. And you mostly they only find them growing in the purple grass. There's a place in the swamp where there was a ley line, but it got destroyed. And then there's a place in Harmattan, which is one of the DLC locations, that has a ley line as well. It's like a katana handle on this. That's kind of funny. Alright. Enough taking in the view. I can go fight the pirate. Maybe we can go fight the pirate after this. Undead pirate. Holy Mission Conflux Path. And we're going to talk to our boy. Oh, it's not Zephyrim. It's like Zephyrion. He's got a hero name. He's cool. Haven't really decided which faction we was gonna join when we get to that part. But one second, I have to respond to this. Anyway, sorry. It was just a mild emergency. What's his name? Zephyrion. Zephyrion? Okay, yeah. He's a badass. That is the face of a warrior. With candles glowing out of your armor. Like, come on. You don't get more badass than that.
What you need?
Well, a visitor. Careful around this place. It's full of nasty troglodytes. If you want to get to the heart of the mountain, this is probably the quickest way, but also the most dangerous.
Listen up.
If you want to go to head, I'll give you a hand. I'll watch your back. Champion's honor. You, sir, are a god among men. Let me eat some bread of the wild. And here, let's put you in the pocket. That'll be easier. And I have plenty of space in the pocket. Let's put you in the pocket too. And here we go. Fire. Probably take a drink of water. And let's do it. It's not so much the trogs, it's the mantises that are the problem. All right, you. All right, mantis down. Heal up a bit. I hope I don't get him killed. I don't think I really can, but... Oh, I took that like a champ. Okay, well, that was a little bit more intense than I thought it would be. But hey, we're alright. We're alive. We got health. And now we gotta go finish the rest of this. The green guy is a grenader. No. Ow. Alright, will you stop with that? Zephyrion, where'd you go? I require your assistance. Oh, dude. That last hit, I don't think I agree with that. That's okay. We've got health. Nice job, dude. Alright, let's get some stamina back. And where did my backpack end up? Put it on. So there's three levers that we need to hit. And they're all down these 3 different hallways. Where's the lever over? Oh. But be wary, for there are rock mantises that hang out. There's the lever. There's one. A mushroom shield? Sure, why not? The mushroom shield. I think I picked one up in the little troglodyte cave and sold it to that lady. I'm not, particularly a fan of the mushroom shield, but I guess it does poison damage, so if you run a shield build where you can... Saphirion, turn around. Oh, okay, yeah. There we go. And you're out, son. The shield build, you can do like shield charges and shield bashes. And presumably with the mushroom shield, you can just poison enemies with it. Get bent. There's lever number 2. I don't really need either of those things. There's all this. You know what? I might mess around with that, so we're going to take some more thick oil. You can craft... money. Money's always good. Since we're about to get magic, we can craft... in order to use fire sigils or ice sigils or some of the other magic abilities, you need to have fire stones or ice stones, and you can craft those. Trader garb, another halberd. I'll take 3 life potions for sure. Do I have enough space in my bag for another halberd? Sure. 7 more pounds. Now we run down here. He wasn't the one I was worried about, actually. He is just a nerd. It's that thing. Come on. I'm not fighting you without my big guy. So I knew this game had co-op. I knew it was like couch co-op, split screen. Come on, don't get stuck on the rock. I think they've added online. Obviously they've added online, but I guess at one point it was only couch co-op. Get away from that nonsense. Yeah. I think doing multiplayer in this game would be a lot of fun. I played through most of the Souls series with my best friend Justin, and of course that's always a ton of fun. We played through all of them together. Well, after I'd played through them plenty of times, but we went through them together. I think co-op of this would be a lot of fun. Since it's a lot more prepared and build dependent, not that those games aren't, but I can see where a lot of fun synergy would exist with different builds. 2 mushroom shields? There's a merchant soon, so I can sell a bunch of crap. There's I would think it was added in one of the DLCs, a class called the Primal... Oh, that's a thing of beauty. And now my bag's definitely overweight. Let's see. 6 pounds, prayer claymore. All right, let's play with the claymore. That is a very pretty sword. Maybe I should just do claymores instead of how fast is it? You know what? That's pretty quick. Maybe we'll switch beats again because I didn't really think about using a great sword. I was having fun with the spears and the fang stuff. Okay, so that should be this whole room. I cut all the levers, right? Oh no, I didn't. Ha, nerd. Forgot about this one. The Prayer Claymore. So out of the 3 main faction choices, Blue Chamber, Holy Mission, and so you just have health regen, don't you, man? All right, I'll see you later, Zephyrian. And the Holy Mission, the only one I haven't ever, no wait, Holy Mission, Heroic Kingdom, and Blue Chamber. The only one I haven't done is the Heroic Kingdom. They're the one that's mostly based out of the desert. I like the desert. It's a fun location. Doing a whole campaign that's basically based in the desert sounds like a difficult task. We'll just go with that. So these are the exits where the other paths would come from, because they all end up here. There is a sort of mini boss way down there. Oh, you can see him. That's a Taunosaur, an ice Taunosaur. I don't think I have it in me to kill that thing right now, so I'm not even gonna bother. You can just run down. If I had a bunch of traps, maybe I could craft a couple, but I think it would be a bad idea to try. And last thing I want to do is die here. But hey, this is the Conflux Chamber. This is where we learn magic. There's the ley line water here, which it doesn't help me to drink it now. Ley line water lets you regenerate mana.
Bow your head in respect when you have come to the end of the ley line.
The place where the very world itself will pour its power into you, if you make room for it. To open yourself to mana is to open yourself to desires. Master magic, and you can master the flow that echoes through us all. If you are prepared to sacrifice some of yourself for it, and you are prepared to miss many nights of sleep, we welcome you. May the power of mana lead you on a road to success. Well, well, well. So, I'll explain that in a second. I don't need those yet. So, when you get mana, you can see how on the left, or like my stamina bar, how the discolored part's the burnt stamina because I've used a bunch of it and I'll have to, drink a tea or something like that to get rid of that, and then the stamina will fill all the way up. Same goes for health. When you take a lot of damage, you burn health. This guy's just what do you have to say for yourself?
Welcome. I am a watcher of the ley line. To unlock the power of mana, you must first the holy mission and the kingdom.
Alright, we'll just go get mana. So mana works kind of the opposite. Basically, when you go to sleep, if you have a full mana bar, you'll wake up and half of it will be burned. And it unburns itself with the more you use magic. So the more tired you are, to a degree, the better you are with magic. Which is kind of a fun little... Ooh, here we go. Just an extra little kind of bonus mechanic that you guys kind of work with. You're the guy. You are the guy. I have silver. How much silver do I have? Right, I left all of my stuff at home. So I'm going to sell some stuff before I talk to him, because he can sell me a spell that I'm going to want in a second. Is that just a regular chakram? Okay. Not buying a chakram yet. Sell that, Halbert. Sell that. I don't need the trader garb. I have more at home. These. Oh, I could. I need an alchemy kit for that. $57. That should be enough. Alrighty, let's learn some magic. And the other thing about magic. Well, he'll tell me.
You have come. I sensed that someone who had the potential for magic was on their way. If you wish to gain magic, you must first give.
You must sacrifice health and stamina to the ley line, and in return, what you gave up will be given back to you as mana. Be careful.
How much of your life and stamina you give up, because you can never get it back. The first time you gain mana, you will gain your first spell, the spark.
It may seem small and weak, but when combined with other spells or components, it can produce powerful effects. Alright. So basically, right here, we want to pick how much mana we want. And so 20 drops our health and stamina by 5. 40 by another 5. We could go so far as a bunch of mana. I don't know how mana intensive this build is going to be, so I'm just going to do 2 for now. So you can never get this back. There's no respecking. There's no coming back here and trading out again. You can get more, but you can never get this back. So that's why we're just doing 2 for now. Okay, I learned Spark, which is a kind of a nothing spell. It does that. You can light a fire with it.
Listen to me.
Okay, but now that mana flows through your veins, I can teach a new spell to you, welcome you as a mage. You can teach me Reveal Souls, or you can teach me how to cast a Fire Sigil. Reveal Souls, I can learn both of these elsewhere, but for my purposes, I don't think Reveal Souls is going to do me any good. So learn Fire Sigil. So now we have Fire Sigil.
Welcome,
I think he can also teach me Flamethrower.
magic only grows stronger.
I don't think I'm ever going to use this, so I'm just going to deal without it. That was the one I thought I had to pay for Fire Sigil, so we should be set here. We got our mana. That wasn't too bad. I need to remember how to craft fire stones. I think it's a mana stone and thick oil. Why do I not suddenly not have any mana stones? Oh, I think I left them all at the house. I can just buy one and double check that I'm right. That's a cooked turtle. There's a mana stone. 20 bucks? Sure. Oh, I bought 2. That's fine. So, I might have to do it in an alchemy kit. That might be the reason why I can't use a mana stone here. I'm an idiot. That makes more sense to me. Yeah, I have 6 mana stones. I just wasn't paying attention. Sounds normal. Duh, nerd. Okay, well, that's fine. I'll take your turnip and leave. I do have 1 firestone, so I would kind of like to show off how sigils work. There's fire sigil. Bam. I don't need this here. I guess I could just put fire sigil here. I can't do anything with that either, so whatever. Cool. I think we're basically done here. Where's my water situation? I'm going to drink 3 drinks of water and fill that bag up with ley line water, which will regen mana for me. Slowly, but it will. We didn't get a whole lot from the enemies doing that, but we got magic, so that's a start. And now we have a bag full of magic water. So this sword's not going to do bleed damage or anything like that. It's just going to be a little bit stronger. I just want to play with it for a little while. I might switch back to the halberd, but my first character, I was mostly sword and board with that character. I had some pretty good one-handed weapons and a really awesome shield. But after I'd gotten... Oh, that is a big shrimp. I'm going to try not to mess with the shrimp. They're not that big of a deal, but they do shoot big balls of electricity at you. I don't really want to deal with that right now. There's a dude over here with a giant shield that I kind of want to kill. But doing it... Oh, I bet you I can get the shrimp to fight him. Or more appropriately, get him to fight the shrimp. He usually hangs over by that rock. I think that's him right there. Yeah, you can see him. Any more blue sand? Anyone? Bugler? So this is right outside another bandit fortress, a very big bandit fortress. Dying here is never good. But, because dying here, you have a potential to get enslaved, and you literally have to go spend 6 days mining iron. Hey, buddy, big guy. Come here. Follow me, it'll be fun. He's such a tank. Come on. I want you to meet my friend. He's just a little ways further. I think I have quite enough time to eat a cookie while I'm waiting for him, but no, he's gonna get mad at me. Come on, meet my friend the shrimp. You can do it. All right. It's all that heavy armor, man. It's a giant shield, big club. Let me introduce you. Hey, you. Don't do that to me. Now you're going to come here. Oh, it almost worked. I'm going to stay right here. Oh, get wrecked. Are you just going to let him do that to you? Shrimp, I was really hoping you'd turn around. I'm going to cast a fire sigil. And then I'm going to throw fireballs. Alright, that was pretty awesome. Let's not going to lie. So fire sigil, you use a firestone and it goes up and makes this ring of fire around that will do damage to anyone that walks in it. And that stupid little spark spell that you use that does nothing, if you're in the fire sigil, then it shoots fireballs. So spark is kind of like the universal spell. You do it in different sigils that has different effects with stuff, which is actually pretty cool. These last, I think, 120 seconds. And now I'm not really planning on making that part of this build, but since I had the opportunity to get it, I figured I'd just grab it. Oh, speak of the devil, you dropped some linen. Do I have space for your club? Bag overweight. Not quite. Oh, that's not far away, though. Let's just put that in the pocket. Cool. So that was fun. I'm glad I got to show that off a little bit. I don't have any more firestones, so I can't do any more sigils, but that's not hopefully going to be a problem. My mana is also pretty low at this point, so let's eat some. Do I have some potage? No. I mean, I could just eat a raw turnip and that'll gain you mana. So mana you get... I'll just drink some of this. From mostly fish-based foods, like seafoods, the turnip stuff. It's getting a little dark. There's a bandit over there, because we're right outside that bandit camp. But now at the bottom left, you can see the little pentagram. That's filling up my mana bar slowly. That water doesn't give you a whole lot at a time. So yeah, I don't have a lot to do with mana yet. But, uh-oh. You guys having a little powwow? A little midnight tryst? I just don't really feel like I want to kill a bunch of bandits right now. One gravel beetle. It's always good to mine. I usually keep a pickaxe with me as often as possible. Just because there's a particular... You get not just iron out of mining iron stuff. And there's also palladium and a few other things. I think you saw I grabbed that thing on the beach that's amylite, which you can use to craft basically shell armor. It's okay. It's probably got some good properties, but try not to say that. Come on, do better. Right. You also get other things from mining the iron ore deposits or the palladium deposits. You can get beetles for one, and then you can sometimes get those little gems. Bandages are always good. You know, the bag's officially overweight. Don't need a shield. So we'll head back, we'll sell off a bunch of this stuff, and that might, and then we'll get prepped to do the voltaic hatchery. That's a bit of a journey. So I might be going the wrong way. I feel like I do this a lot. But so when you're mining iron or whatever, there's a particular gem type called tourmaline. I'm so going the wrong way. And tourmaline is on the rarer side. Again, it's one of those, I did a playthrough where I wasn't really using it, and I ended up with a ton of it. And then, of course, when I actually want some, I realize I have none, and getting it is a bit more tricky, or just, you know, I feel like I'm never getting it at that point. What is the shiny thing over there? So collecting tourmaline's a good thing because it can be used in essences and enchanting and for particular things. It's just never a bad idea to load up on iron and all that nonsense. Oh, right, I know where I am. I just took the long way. And I'm trying hard not to quote John Rhys Davies right now. Look at the moon. Wait, no. That's the moon. That's the other planet moon. The moon with fragments around it. And then, yeah. I do not know the names of their moon/planets. I know, heaven forbid, how could I stream this game and not know every inch of the lore? I probably don't even know most. I know the gist of the lore. We gonna do this dance again? Come on, Chocobo. Yeah, I like this sword. I know canonically Xena never really used great swords very much, but I might be using great swords until we get the chakram rolling. The sword I was planning on getting is actually pretty cool. It is a gold lich sword, which you create by mixing an iron sword, two of these weird little golden cube things you get from fighting the enemies. That's why we need to go there. And some crystal powder. I believe that's it. And then it's a very long one-handed sword. It's not the most powerful or anything like that, but it does do... Anybody see any hyenas down there? Yeah, I see some hyenas down there. It does lightning damage as well as physical damage, which is good. Okay, I've done this a few times now. I'm mostly certain I will survive this. I'm starting to question myself. Yeah, okay. There is definitely fall damage in this game, but I think your character tends to do a good job of sliding. But I would not risk doing anything higher than that. I don't feel like fighting hyenas unless I can get like a Fang Claymore, which I just don't think I can. I know this Prayer Claymore can become something greater. I don't know what that is. I feel like I crafted it on my first character just because I had all these weapons stashed by the end of the game, and then I kind of went like, well, I don't know what to do. Let's just see what we can craft and what works with what. And I googled all the things, and nope. Get back here. I don't think I'm fast enough with my heavy bag. No, all right, fine. You win this round, Chocobo. But hey. Weird how it's so much more of a success when I'm not mouse and keyboarding and being weird about what I have to do. So, I think going home, re-upping and then making progress towards the voltaic hatchery and seeing if we can get that sword made. It's going to require a lot of tripwires because the default lightning golem enemy thing that we're fighting, not so much that big of a deal. The big guy with like the lightning chain gun that you'll see, it's more like a lightning flamethrower, but he can also shoot balls of it out. He's a problem. And then lurking around in the back of the cave is the golden matriarch. And she is a... If you thought the normal shrimps were kind of rough, those guys are way rough. Or she's a unique enemy. I went in there with a different character with full lightning gear, like 90% lightning reduction. Didn't have trouble with any of the other enemies, but that golden matriarch still kind of did far more damage than I thought she should do. Hey, look, a pistol. You don't have a whole lot. That's not worth it. I'm such a weird nerd when it comes to video games. These guys are the caravanners that go around and drop stuff off and sell different goods. They have different goods than you'd get from most merchants in the town. I like to keep my money local, so I'd sell to the actual merchants in town. I know that makes no sense in a game like this, but I don't mind buying things from the merchants when they have them, but if I'm coming back with a bunch of loot and selling it, I'm keeping it local. I don't know what that says about me. I really like this shield, and I really want to hold on to it, but I don't need either of these things. And $120 is $120. I'm not going to use these. Actually, you never know with where we're going. Amylite, I'm definitely not going to use. Okay, do you have any recipes for me that I might not know? Assassin Liquor Natural Potion. Firestone, I know it. I know it, but I feel like I need to... I feel like I just need to pay for it, so I know that I have it. Well, most of the things we can, and we'll sleep on it. And then it's a pretty decent far. Basically, we have to retrace our steps and go where we just came from. We can take a different route for sake of variety. But for now, let's put some stuff away. Yeah, I don't think those golems can bleed. I think they can be lit on fire. So let's see if we can craft some fire. I can do fire, so thank God I have that oil. Okay, so 3 firestones. That's good. So now you can see on the bottom left I can do 3 fire sigils. So let's start hoarding mana. 1 second. What am I missing for life potions? Alright, put the backpack back on, you nerd. Oh, I'm not missing anything. I just wasn't paying attention. That's typical. Okay, you can store the big one. We'll keep that one there. I don't need this torch on me. Oh, I should have sold that. Oops. It's only 4 pounds. I'll carry it around. My mining pick's doing okay. See if there's anything we can cook. I don't have any salt. I always hate running downstairs to try and cook and then realizing I left the salt upstairs. It's just kind of, how dare you. Ceviche. And now I can't cook more soothing tea. That's fine. Travel rations. I mean, they stick around for a while, so I'll just craft some now. Basically, to go between areas of the game, between regions, you need travel rations. Or you just can't go, or I don't think you can go. I don't think the game would just let you push yes anyway and then die. But you just can't make it. Okay. Linen, wood, tripwires. That's the next important thing to do. the next important thing to do. So how many tripwires do we have? 4. That's not great. Why do we only have 4? I need wood, apparently. Yeah, I said it. Oh no, I can. Okay, now I need iron, so we're doing fine. I have 8 tripwire traps, 1 spike. Let's put some stuff away. I'm gonna just put it weighs 0.8. It's not like it's taking up any space. Blue sand can go away. Mana stones can go away for now. I need those with me. Cold stone can go away. You can go. Alright, sitting pretty. I don't think I don't do any ethereal damage. I'm not going to take any right now, so you're not going to help me where we're going. Okay, sitting pretty. Let's sleep on it, and I'm going to take a 5-minute break, and then we will. I just learned this the other day. Oh, maybe I should, just for protection's sake, get that other armor. Because this, yeah, for considering what we're doing, I think it's a good idea. You can go away. And it's, you know, it's still fashionable. We'll actually get Xena fashion. Anyway, what I learned was you put food and stuff in your bag, and just over time your food starts to go bad until it inevitably rots, and then it's useless to you. If you wear your backpack and go to sleep, that will count as however many hours you decide to sleep. If you drop your backpack, the food stops rotting as long as it's not in use. So drop your backpack before you sleep. Super good advice. Let's sleep for 20 hours, and then I will be back in a few minutes. Okay, back at it. Woo-ha. So to the voltaic hatchery. I guess the one issue I have is I have 8 tripwires. I don't have any tripwire nonsense. So, how much money do I have? $152. I have $400 in the bank, or in the stash, right? Yeah. I can probably just buy some spikes on the way. That will be helpful. So, I'm just kind of plotting my course. We could go through the back. That would... it's like 6 of one, half dozen of another. I think I can just buy some spikes from him. That'll at least get me started. There'll be some other stuff along the way that I can use. There's another bandit cap too that might be worth raiding. $6? Yeah, sure. Also just buy a sword that might come in. I can't, I don't think I can bleed those guys though, so. There's a claymore. That big halberd I sold him. Yeah, alright, we'll be alright. It's the thing. Well, we're just gonna see what happens here. I've never really, I've gone through this voltaic hatchery, what are we gonna call it, the electric cave, a few times. So I'm not too I'm concerned because I know how difficult it can be. I think with fire sigils though, we might be able to at least make it a little easier. Maybe the alchemist in town sells me a anti-lightning potion thing. Oh, actually, I think I have some at home.
Hey there.
Yeah, so one of these. Let's buy one of these just in case. It's a potion that will increase my defense to lightning, as well as if I had lightning, if I was doing a lightning build or anything like that, it would increase my lightning damage. It's kind of insane. This suit of armor has 3% movement penalty, and you can really feel a whopping 3%. Like, it's not a lot, but you can tell. I think I have, yes, these things, elemental resistance potions. Alright, why not? Let's bring both of those just in case. Anything else that might be useful? Hex cleaner, always good, sure. Got 5 health potions. That should be plenty. Restores burnt mana. I have 2 of those on me. Alright, cool. Let's call it good. It's just nothing ventured, nothing gained. I say that a lot when I'm playing this game. I do enjoy it. I like the way this game is set up, where you have your quests, and you have a lot of, at least the main faction quests, and I think I mentioned this, are timed. I mean, and generously so, but timed with, you have 30 days to get this done, or you have 10 days to go find this person who was kidnapped, or whatever it is. Those are usually pretty generous. Most of the time you can just get it done in a day if you know what to do, and you don't die and end up with weird death scenarios. But between those quests, that'll usually, you finish one and then your quest giver will, alright, why don't you take a few days and then meet me and I'll have something else for you. And that's the game basically telling you, alright, at this point, go do whatever you want, take all the time you need. You don't need to come back in 3 days. You have to wait at least 3 days until the quest is actually available. So then you can just go off and do whatever you want. So we have $500-ish. It'll take, so when you're at a skill trainer, once the breakthrough point usually costs 600, and then the next 2 skills you get after that are another 600. So that's 1,800 off the rip. See, that is gonna take like $2,100 to get. Hey, buddy. This is my sword. Oh, you would attack me. I don't appreciate it. Okay, yeah, I'm happy I found this beastie thing. Not happy I got bit by a hyena, but at least I didn't get infected. So, where are we headed? To the Voltaic Hatchery. We're gonna go, that's kind of the long way. It's literally on the opposite side of the mountain over there. So I think going this way, yeah, this is the long way. We'll try and go the short way. That's over this hill, through some woods, you know. I really hope, so doing this hatchery thing, killing these electric dudes, the biggest problem is going to be if they don't drop the item that I want. So if we don't get 2 of them, then I can't craft the sword. And I kind of told myself I wouldn't leave this area until I got the sword crafted, because I could always go to the forest. There's good money to be made in the forest. There's not easy money, but there's a pretty good way to get a lot of cash pretty quickly. It involves a temple, a bunch of horror creatures, and a trap. It is well documented and very lucrative. And I just like the forest. Oh no. So we could do that if we don't get the things that I'm looking for. We could, because I don't think I can kill the golden matriarch. I can kill the first couple guys you run into, though. At least I have faith that I can. Let's get the mana coming back. That's pretty good, and I didn't make any turnip food. Wait. Salted fish soup is more restorative and nutritious than fish alone. I'm gonna wait on that one. I'll just eat a raw turnip. That should give us some mana back. And I'll probably pick up a few turnips on the way. Oh, right, I said we could try and kill the pirate too. He's not that hard, but we'll leave him alone for now. He's hidden in a, not here, just over that mountain, I think. A little weird cave near the shore. Undead pirate. He's classic Pirates of the Caribbean pirate. And I think he's all lightninged up, juiced up. It's been a while since I fought him. But he guards you kill him and then you find a treasure map, or like some clues to his treasure map that takes you all over the world. A little side quest or ongoing quest thing. But you have to do it in order. Even if you know where all the answers are, you can't just skip to the end. There's a turnip. A turnip. They changed it just enough that I can never remember it. So, something I've been wondering to myself lately, because I got super obsessed with this game the first time I played it about a year ago, and now here I am very obsessed with it again. Oh, I need to put those fire sigils in my pocket so I don't lose them when I take off my backpack. So I do want to mess around with this again, just because I'm kind of enjoying this whole, I've never really used the sigils before. So let's do the sigil. Go get these dudes' attention. Hey, guys, why don't you come here? And even if they're just walking through it, they should be taking damage. And now they're both on fire. So I can just, hey, buddy. Oh, and they crumble. That is just, it's super effective. And it just looks cool. I mean, I'm kind of a badass right now. I mean, I suppose I could do it. You know, so I keep on going over this, like, I'm doing a Xena, the warrior princess build. So that means sword and chakram and not much else. Should be physical attacks, and there's plenty of other special abilities you can get with just doing, I pick up the pike thing, with just doing swords. Like, it's not all weird magic stuff. You can get lots of machetes. Okay, Oh, perfect. Plenty of physical abilities and whatnot. That's not too difficult. We're going over by that pirate ship. And the chakram itself has a bunch of, you can throw it, you can throw it in arcs, you can make it do a whole bit weird dance, and you can get a bunch of different flavors of chakram, like elemental ones, burning ones, things like that. So that's all well and good. I could mix that with magic, though, because, I mean, do I really have to stick exactly to Xena? That is kind of the flavor of the thing. So I'm going over it in my head whether or not I should stick to it as well as possible, or if I should add some weird magics and stuff to it. She's been blessed by Hephaestus and given flame, or whatever. But so that's something I can consider and think about. Oh, right, I learned this. This game has an auto walk feature. I can just do that, and then my character will just run in a straight line. That is hilariously useful. In small doses, anyway. That's funny to me. I literally just learned that, and I've probably put close to 250 hours into this game over the course of 2.5 characters. So that's fun to me. That is the ruins to Ghost Pass. In here. Hey, boys. Oh, almost beheaded him. Could you imagine me trying to do this with mouse and keyboard? That would be so bad. I'm not trying to say that controller people are better than mouse and keyboard people. In fact, kind of trying to say quite the opposite. Anybody with mastery over mouse and keyboard is far better than controllers. But that's a skill level I do not have yet. So, mild lore dump time. Every region has a vigil pylon. That's that green blue crystal with the green whatnot in it. Trapped inside that is a giant scourge beast from back when the scourge first invaded this world, and there was a giant fight between mankind and the horrors of the scourge and their corruption. That's where all the green nonsense is. And so they never really won so much as stalemated, because they locked a bunch of their big scourge beasts in those pylons and put them up there to basically detour other scourge beasts from coming around. Almost kind of like a Vlad the Impaler sort of thing. Put bodies of your best warriors all around, and so you will be detoured, I guess. I mean, there's a bit more to it than that, obviously, but that's kind of the gist. It gets a little deeper if you take the Holy Mission storyline. You learn a bit more. Is that a dude or a fence? That's a fence. I keep on saying that. It's only because from at the distance, an enemy like in brown garb just standing there, and if you look at a fence at the wrong angle, you're just seeing it. They look kind of similar. Or maybe I'm just a moron, but that's the way I see it. So let's see. I have 8 traps, and now I have 5 of those, and 2 pieces of. Okay, hopefully that'll work out. So I know this. This is like almost cheating. I know this because Tyler knows this. I know this because I've done this before. There's a chest over by this pirate ship that has nothing in it, but there's like a hidden panel that requires a code. And if you talk to your friend in town on the beach, he tells you what the code is because it's his hidden chest. He says, "Go ahead." And I thought there was a big iron deposit up here. Maybe it's up here. This is another small bandit camp. We might, if things work out, there it is, at the hatchery, or I guess if things go really south at the hatchery, we could try and take this place out, because it's not that bad of a bandit camp. And it's got another one of those good chests, ornate chests. An ornate chest, but it's guarded by a Wendigo. But that particular Wendigo is locked in a cage, so you basically have to open the cage and let him into this small room, and then go hit the switch in the cage to unlock the chest. Which means you have plenty of time to fill the room with traps and or probably drop a sigil. And Wendigos are extremely dangerous. When you know what to do, they're not that hard. But I say that like I usually only fight them when I have quite a bit of stuff. Push the moon, push the stars, secret drawer. Coins, dagger, and a bottle. This is coming with me. He left us $35, a dagger, and a bottle of wine. Couldn't really ask for much more from a pirate. Just there's the shrimp. Okay, I was quite certain there was a shrimp around here. As long as you stay over there and maybe fight some hyenas, I'm content with it. Oil bombs. I will set those. Oops. I will set those to one of these and see if we can use them in this place. So this is the voltaic hatchery. You can tell because there's a big swirling ball of electricity over here. So this could go really, really well, or this could go really, really poorly. I'm hoping that it goes really well. I don't know why I never considered just putting traps in the quick slots, because guess it doesn't work that well, right? Well, that's fine. So I'm hoping that this goes well. I think my plan for the first two guys is going to be... I wonder if I can just fight. Alright, we're going to try a few things. We're going to... because they're in the room right around the corner, or they tend to walk around here. My mana's pretty full. I think if I put a sigil down and then could kind of bait them, because they're physical, but they don't... those two guys right there. Oi, come fight me. Oh, wrong. I already messed up. But maybe I can just... yeah, so they're on fire. So maybe I can just run them around. Let's drop the pack. I need to try and keep them in that sigil, though. It's not going to last forever. One down. Ooh. And the sigil's gone. Okay. So. Oh, come on. Come on, do your weird little... You're burning, so let's just run out the clock. You just keep that fire burning. Oh, I think you stopped burning. We got this. Nice. Okay, mostly painless. Not the best it could have gone, but let's eat some stuff. What, it took one hit. One hit's not bad. And then the next step is to set up a million traps and try and kill the... Okay, that's what I need right there. The gold like lich. Is it lich? I think it's lich. Lich is just a weird word. Oh, I got both of them. That's perfect. So that's everything I need from here. But I'm going to show off the place a little bit anyway. That was very fortunate. I'm also going to need to make sure I have a bunch of mana stones, which I can probably buy a few in town, but we can probably mine some on the way home. Oh, I already know how to do that one. I don't need you. Excuse me. So I got what I need. See, the thing is, I think I'd rather... So that dude right there. Check this out. He's basically like a giant lightning cannon wielding T-Rex. Who... Oh, yeah, that might just kill me. So yeah, I could have, you know, dropped traps all over the place and dealt with him. But I know I can't fight the other person in here. So it's just probably not worth it to keep plugging around down here. So since we got what we came for, I think the best idea is to just go tackle that other bandit camp and then craft the sword that we need. Which is a funny thing to say considering I already have a much better sword. But that's a one-handed sword, and that's going to come in handy for when we do the... I'll just take the lantern. For when we do the chakram thing. So hey, that was very successful, and I'm actually kind of shocked those two guys dropped that right off the rip. So hooray for that. So let's go assault another bandit camp and see if we can kill a Wendigo. Got health going. I can use a little more stamina. Cracker. I mean, it's bread on. It's bread with jam on it, so that's not a cracker. That's just bread and jam, or it's a sweet crostini. I don't think that's a thing. I mean, it's probably a thing. There's enough nerdy chefs out there. Sweet crostini. Oh, you mean jam and crackers? No, it is a sweet crostini. I did not go to the finest culinary ninja program in the land to make sweet bread and crackers and jam, whatever. I lost my train of thought because I'm really sick of talking about food. Oh, hey, look. I do love that enemies fight each other out in the world. And he did not last long. In the last stream, watching the Wendigo fight the dark pearl bird, or a pearl bird cutthroat, I think they're called, was the highlight of my day. So we're gonna go bandit camp, kill a Wendigo, get that ornate chest, craft a sword, and then I'm content to actually move on to the forest. Now, considering how long this video has already been, I think we're sitting at about an hour and 20-minute mark. I'm not certain. I mean, I'm content to, you know, go forever, but I should probably... We started at 7. Oh, it's been 2 hours. So we'll probably assault the bandit camp, go home, craft the sword, and call it good. Next week, we'll go for going to the forest and slowly making our way to the swamp. The other reason that came to mind was because there's 2 entrances to the swamp. One of them is from here, and it's just over there. And the other one is through the forest. Underneath this. And through the... Did I drink the wrong tea? Oh, I totally drank the wrong tea. That's okay. Let's get some mana. I guess mana water. Because I didn't collect enough turnips to make soup. What was I saying? Right. The entrance from the forest is technically like blocked off. There's a bridge. It's just really convenient to go from that way and get the bridge down, because you can only open it from that side. So I like going from the forest side and just getting the bridge thing fixed as opposed to getting stuck without the bridge. I mean, the swamp is a whole nother world of ridiculousness. So, I know this bandit camp fairly well. I haven't been here a lot. I don't think there's all that much to worry about. There's probably like 5 guys. There's like the lieutenant inside the same. Hey dude, you ready? Oh, rude. Yeah, I could have been a little safer with that, but I'm feeling pretty cavalier after we got all that. Oh, I got both of my drops right when I wanted them. Come on, doesn't get better than that. No, I'll just wait for a sword. And the one issue around. Oh, hey, what's up, dude? How about you run the other way and annoy the bandits for me? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that I count. Here, everyone, fight the bird. I'm gonna lay some traps. Oh, bird, get wrecked by bandits. Oh, this is kind of hilarious. What is going on here? Bird. You guys ready? Oh, come on. That backswing didn't get you. I just cut your friend in half. What do you got? Oh no, I'm terrified. Please, don't hurt me. Nice try. That worked out pretty well. I didn't waste 2 traps on it, but whatever. I could use that for a trap. That's just a machete. Oh, hey. Perfect. This world doth giveth. Let's take some cash. And what about you? Nothing. And let's check the bird, because if one of these days I'm going to get that mask. I feel like the people have said online that, oh yeah, you know, we always end up getting it. And I've never, ever once. There'd be at least one more of them out here. Okay, yeah, there's him. There's a chest down here. I think there's an archer down here, and there's definitely a trap somewhere. I remember the trap. There it is. It's so easy to see now, but I've missed that probably 4 separate times. Ooh, you come with me. I'll take your bandages. Oh, perfect. Mana food. Nope. Where's the pottage? Turnip soup. Delicious. I know my bag's overweight. It's overweight by 2 pounds, and I'm going to use that great axe to smash a Wendigo in the face. So, is it just you left, man? Oh, it's a shadow. I kept seeing that tree's shadow lengthen out the corner of my eye and got very concerned. There's a chest here too. Alright, dude. Oh. That. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that one alright. Maybe I should really try blocking one of these days and looter armor. Probably not anything I need. Well, once I empty the bag of stuff to stab a Wendigo with, I'll come back and pull out the rest of this nonsense. Oh, ha! See? Walked almost right on top of that one. Oh, okay, that could come in handy. Brutal spear. I'm just gonna grab that one right now. Look how slow. Oh, and I did it. All excited about the new spear. Nerd. Stop the bleeding. Take a health potion. Stupid. Oh well, that's fine. If I die to Wendigo in a moment, we will know that I deserved it. My health is a little bit burnt. I don't think I have any more tea to Okay, let's see. I'm just curious. Oh, come on. Got wood. Let's make a campfire real fast. I just found a cooking pot, so we're just gonna drop that. Light it, and maybe... Oh yeah, I don't have anything to actually make. I thought maybe I could make something to get some health back, but I don't have the right stuff. Oh, that's fine. Okay, I gotta set something down. You just stay there. It's still a little over. I'm gonna use a rage potion. I kind of think there's a big dude in here, like a lieutenant or something. So, oh, do I have fire? No, maybe I used all those. That's fine. I don't have an alchemy station. Okay, I'm just gonna drop that before I walk in here. I could be wrong about the guy, but I'm pretty sure there's a guy. There's always a guy. Oh, I was wrong about the guy. Let's go get our bag then, and then trap the crap out of this place and pray. Pray to Gwyn that the Wendigo is easily thwarted. I think if I drop a fire sigil, like, on the mix of traps, that I can keep him burning long enough and then just avoid him is the plan. So since there's no enemy, there's the chest we want. There's the angry beast. Alright, wait a second. So I can't hit him, but I'm curious if I can just, like, throw a bomb right there. That not do anything. Okay, that might not do anything. Either way, how close can we get without him getting weird? Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. So we're gonna drop 7 traps. Oh, I see what I was doing. And there's 4. Hopefully this will be enough. I'm gonna throw a couple over here just in case he gets fresh with it, right? And either way, I can just keep running around and getting him to hit stuff. that's it for traps. So, the first ones I want him to get hit with are confusion. Oh, I don't have anything heavy enough to do confusion. These are all moderate damage and bleeding. Alright, well, bleed as long as you can. My Fang thing would do it. I mean, part of me is pretty convinced that these will mostly take him out. I don't want to give up my mining axe, which is pretty dumb, but given the situation. Okay. That's not going to help me. Elemental resistance might help me. Already got those going on. I need to drink some water. Wait a tick. Can I just open this? Okay. I can. Anything else? Gadberry wine will help a little bit, sure. I've got stamina and whatnot going. I'm basically as good as it's going to get. So, let's do the fire sigil. Open the thing. Launch fireballs at him. Get back in the sigil. Is that enough? Yay! Okay, that went far better than I thought it would. This fire sigil, man, that's stupid powerful. I'm understanding now why this magic... I watched a playthrough of someone with just using sigils. Essentially, they were using all sorts of magic, but mostly sigils. And the whole time I was like, really? Like, it feels... Another big claymore? A better lantern? That's cool. Where's the lever? Oh, no, he has the key on him. Colt remains, small sapphire, the key. Perfect. This has been extremely... this has gone very well. Black plate helm, I'll take it. Crystal powder, I needed that. And now we're so overweight, I can barely move, but I want to put the plate helm on. Now we're only 8 pounds overweight. We got a couple pounds we can drop into the pocket. Oh, that's a little bit too much. I mean, I don't need this. Drop, you're gone. 1 pound. I don't need 2. Oh, okay. Dropping the bad lanterns. Let's eat some jerky. Let's get that weight down, son. There we go. 0.3. And now the pocket's just 0.9. I don't need wood. If I craft a bunch of spikes, is that going to change the weight? I think getting rid of 4 of something would make it weigh less. A little bit. Move to bag, and now I need to drop 0.2. Let's just get rid of everything that we wanted. Oh, wait. Alright, if there's an iron sword outside, I think I can do what I want, because I got that crystal powder right there. That would be even crazier. So, head back to Cherny, or back to Cierzo. What was this that oh, the brutal spear, 7 pounds. 7 pounds. Alright, my running's not too awful. Alright, let's take the iron sword, and let me just try this real fast. I think iron sword... 2 of these in crystal powder. No, I'm missing something. Okay, I'll have to figure out what it is to get get that sword that I wanted. It's weird to me that that's not it, though. I was so sure that was the one. Slightly overweight by 6 pounds because I want this spear, and I refuse to give it up. What can I drop that's 6 pounds? I'd have to drop a bunch of stuff. I can get another mining pick in town. Or mining pick. And I can eat something. That's not enough. I need to drink something too. I need to drink something twice. There we go. Nailed it. Like a real glutton. And now it's just getting back to... Oh, see, I needed to eat a tartine, and I didn't even think about that. I've got the better lantern now. We've got a crazy giant claymore. This whole build went from getting destroyed in a trog cave with a spear to doing pretty well suddenly. I'm glad I got to show off the whole tripwire and just how powerful those can be, and I'm super excited that I actually used that fire sigil. Like, it's probably the third, fourth time I've ever cast one. I picked it up with my last character, and I've used it like once as well, just kind of for kicks and grins. So this has gone pretty well. Since we're just basically taking a long walk back to town, I've been thinking a lot lately about what it is about this game that's just got me so completely enamored. And I tend to, I guess I'd say what got me into it in the first place was I'd gotten super into Dark Souls, which is a whole nother story I'll tell at a different time. But when I was basically done with the Dark Souls series, not done with it, but, you know, had played through them all, I was just looking for other Souls-likes. And this game popped up, and I looked at it, and I was like, maybe, but it looks more like a co-op thing, and just from the trailers I watched. And there was, you know, plenty of other games showed up, too, so I didn't get Outward. I think I got Ashen, and I played plenty of other games. Like a year went by, and I kind of started going through the list of other Souls-like, and this one kept popping up. And so I finally found it on sale one day and just picked it up, bought it. And this is not where I wanted to go. Too early. Wait. Yeah, I want to go over there. Got it, and right off the bat, I realized it wasn't... I mean, Souls-like gets tossed around a lot lately. Or a lot these days, and I think just because a game has combat where you dodge and it's melee and you lock on does not make a game a Souls-like, but I get why you could basically say that. But I love games. I think what grabbed me so much right away with this one was the whole bit of you've got 5 days to, you know, pay back $150, and so when I first played, I was like, all right, well, let's go figure this out, and ran out. I think I went to that same cave and died a couple times, and then got really nervous that I wasn't going to be able to pay it back, that so much time had passed, and I ended up paying it back just by looting stuff and selling enough money. And then I think I looked it up just to see like what the beginning tutorial tells you to do, and then I found out about the guy on the beach and then the bandages and whatnot. Like, that's kind of awesome that there's so much to this. And then once I really just went out and started walking around this world at moments like this where it's quiet and you can hear the frogs or crickets and it's really just you, and occasionally the music kicks in, this is like what essential thing I love about video games, is just being able to walk through a world that's I'm going to say relatively normal, where it's not constantly throwing action at you, where you're given ample time to just look around and imagine and just kind of immerse yourself in it for what it's worth. I love that this game focuses more on being prepared and running around town and getting the items together you need and putting it in your backpack and figuring out how much weight you have and what you can and can't carry and what you might or may not need. And then, as I told my friend, it's the only game that makes me stop in front of the door to leave town, like take a deep breath. And it's like, okay, here we go. Because once you're out here, you're just out here. And I know I've noticed myself kind of get into just a loop of go out, then run back to town like I'm doing right now and sell everything. But I actually do love pulling the tent out and setting it up and doing, like, engaging with that part of the game more, setting up your cooking pot, yada, yada, yada. That's actually a lot of fun. And I do that basically with a new character, and doing that a lot because this is the only place that you actually have a home. And so I'll move on to the forest and I'll have to set up my tent and all my stuff in one of the towns or just somewhere, and then just live out of the tent for a while. But I think it's really that aspect of this game that I love so much. It's just the quiet wandering with the occasional crazy combat. And then, of course, on top of that, all of your combat and your build variety and the different ways you can tackle stuff is just great as well. So just a lot about this game for being a mildly cartoony. That helmet does look kind of good. For being a mildly cartoony, pretty funny at times, goofy game. It's got a lot going for it, and I feel like it was well received when it came out, but definitely I'm gonna throw it on the list of underrated. I'm gonna hold on to that spear just because I like it. And what else? All right, sell a large emerald, sell 3 sapphires. I'm gonna hold on to these 2 also. I don't really think I need them. But now we're at 566. What have you got for me? Let's buy some gold. Oh, you have 1 gold bar. Screw you. I'm gonna go find somebody who has more gold bars than you. Actually, I might have to end up coming back and buying a few of them from everyone.
Hey there.
And we'll go get gold bars. There we go. Perfect. And now we are well on our way to getting the money we need to get from our skill trees, which means next week I can easily feel comfortable about going to the woods and then going to the swamp and then learning all of our awesome chakram goodness. So on that note, I will also figure out how to craft that sword that I want to craft. So on that note, I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you to anyone who watched this, I doubt, but maybe, and anyone that might watch this in the future. Thank you much. Stay frosty, and have a good night. He said, not knowing how to sign off or make this end smoothly. So